With Avengers Doomsday being officially the next film in the Avengers franchise, we've learned quite a few details recently, and in this video we're talking about 10 to 15 members of the Avengers / of the MCU that are going to be in this film. So let's get to that. As of right now, we know that there's officially 10 plus characters that we can expect to see in Avengers Doomsday. So let's go over them one by one and what exactly they mean and could be doing in this upcoming film. So let's start with the first one, the most obvious one, the one that the film is titled after, the one that's caused all the controversy. Victor Von Doom, Robert Downey Jr. himself, will be stepping back into the shoes of an ironclad character to play Doctor Doom. Of course, we still got to see how this plays out, but rest assured, the story's probably going to be very interesting, and having Doctor Doom finally in the MCU is something that a lot of people have been asking for, and well, they're finally gonna get it. Maybe it's not the way they wanted it or intended it to happen, but hey, here we are now, and Marvel Studios gotta do it, so let's hope it's good. Next up is Sebastian Stan's Winter Soldier / Bucky Barnes. We know that in the upcoming Thunderbolts, he is a congressman and that he seems to be working a lot more with the government. And when talking about the future of the Thunderbolts, they explicitly said that we would be seeing the characters in the films leading up to it appearing in the film. And obviously, with a lot of speculation that the Thunderbolts are becoming the Dark Avengers, well, it's all here. Yeah, they're going to be working for the government and they will be called to the front line. Which brings me to Yelena, aka the Black Widow. It's a pretty much guarantee that she's going to appear in this, as they teased her having a expanded contract and having multiple films that she's going to be shooting next year back to back, which obviously means Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, which honestly makes a whole lot of sense, and I don't see any sort of scenario where they do not use Florence Pugh, especially the fact that they signed her right before she exploded into super popularity and, well, starred in a Dune film that made a ton of money. So, yeah, they're gonna use her for all she's worth. With that in mind, using somebody for all they're worth, well, Anthony Mackie apparently signed an extension to his contract for multiple appearances, and we know that he will be leading the Avengers because of everything that they're setting up. And they also heavily leaned into him leading whoever this new team of Avengers is, and that the ending of the upcoming Captain America film will see him more or less given the task of assembling the new team for the oncoming multiverse threat, which of course is Doctor Doom. Now, of course, who he recruits and how they go about this, that remains to be seen, because there's still a couple projects that are down the road. We don't know how they're going to be involved. Do they get Blade out in time? Is he involved? Is there going to be a post-credit scene teasing Blade again? I mean, there's so many questions, very little answers, and who really knows what the bigger picture is. But reportedly, he will be the one recruiting and leading the team, so it makes sense that Captain America, who's always the leader of the Avengers, is leading the Avengers. Speaking of Captain America, the Captain has his own Falcon, aka his sidekick. And the upcoming Joaquin Torres Falcon shift that will happen in Captain America 4 will be continuing in future Avengers films, and well, the Falcon will be back. We know very little about the future of the character, but they made it very clear, as did the actor, that he signed on for multiple films. And if we look at the new Avengers assembling, there is no way that Captain America is not leading the team and doesn't bring in one of his current best friends who's been there through the thick and thin the last couple years with him and seen all sorts of things fold out, especially the fact that the Falcon, aka Joaquin, now literally has the old wings and suit that Sam gave him to work on. So this all checks out. What else checks out is the Fantastic Four. A lot of people seem to have missed this or don't believe it, even though there's audio and direct quotes right there from everybody. The Russo brothers, Kevin Feige, and the cast of the Fantastic Four confirmed that they will be in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. This gives us another 4 additional members. Now, if all the rumors are true about the additional characters in this film, we expand this to like 15, 16 members. And I'm not sure if you're going to count Herbie or whatever, but again, the Fantastic Four will be core members of the next 2 Avengers films, and obviously they kind of need to be, and their relation to Doctor Doom is literally the thing that makes their comics some of the, well, most famous in regards to what people love reading about them. So this automatically works. It makes sense. They're going to be in it. They're multiverse refugees. And if it's true that Doctor Doom is from that same multiverse, then they got a way more personal story that they connect to in terms of how they connect to Robert Downey Jr.'s Victor Von Doom. Now, next up, we are doing a 3-for-1 because there's all sorts of rumors. I think one of these is 100% confirmed. The other two, we'll talk about it, but that's the inclusion of Spider-Man. From everything we've heard, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield will guaranteed be in Secret Wars, but Spider-Man, Tom Holland, will be in Avengers Doomsday, as they want Spider-Man in all the Avengers films. And we saw that they literally tried to bend over backwards to fit him into the last two films, and they made it work, even if it took adjusting to their own standalone offerings for Spider-Man. So I 100% believe Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in this, and they just haven't confirmed any of those details, and the only confirmation we had is like the trade saying he's in it. But again, no confirmation from the official source that is Marvel. So I 100% believe he will be in it, and the other Spider-Man will more than likely join the next entry. Now, next up is an interesting one because we recently learned that he was supposed to be one of the stars of the former Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. But that film isn't happening for various reasons we've covered. So Shang-Chi is set to be directly in this film as one of the leads, but we don't know how he honestly connects to everything, if there's going to be a post-credit scene leading to him connecting with Sam Wilson or whatever. But again, this makes a whole lot of sense as they sort of need him in that film, especially if it's rumored that the next Shang-Chi film will be directly connected to both of these films. He's going to have to be an integral part of the plot and the bigger overarching picture and story. And this makes a whole lot of sense. Shang-Chi was reviewed very well. It made good money, and there's been chatter about people wanting to see more of him. So naturally, I think they got to position him in this type of film right at the forefront where people might see him for the first time and then go check out his film, leading more eyes to be on the second film, much like Captain Marvel. And this is our final three. Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, Carol, is rumored to be appearing along with the other two. Now, Kamala makes sense because, again, the Bengals, the multiverse thing, and also everybody here makes sense. We literally see one of the members get stranded in another universe, and now she's, locked away over there, and incursions start happening when you enter another universe. Obviously, the clock is ticking. So now we got those three as well, which seem to be a lock and guarantee, and that's what trades have reported as well. So overall, we're looking at like 10 to 15 members that are already confirmed. I'm going to go with, 12. I don't know. I need a number for the title, so whatever. But we definitely have a solid cast here, and there's many more that are rumored to appear. But again, the evidence on those isn't as strong as the ones we just covered in this video.